on today's theme. Okay? How many of y'all?
So let's get straight to the topic today. I was invited by Zaid, so he didn't tell me what the topic was. So actually I just got married, so I went off on my honeymoon, and then that explains why I'm different than the picture. So Zaid told me, hey, bro, I need you to come and to this nation building school. You and some of my other friends. So I said, okay, no problem, I'll be there. So since that this is the title now, our youth NATO, so I'm actually very, thankful that I actually said yes to Zahim. So if not, he would definitely label me as NATO. So okay, next slide. So let's get straight to the question. My answer and my stand, I would say yes, because firstly, I'm 31 years old now, so I'm not youth anymore. So I can say that most of the youth now don't actually talk to me. But I'm going to talk mostly on volunteerism actually. So I'm going to focus on volunteerism. So based on the statistics that have been given just now, so I think it is quite apparent, it is quite obvious that our youth nowadays are not into volunteerism. So when they first explained to me about what was topic I'm going to be about today, they were saying that it relates to volunteerism. So when you talk, you got to do something. You got to follow up with action. So part-time, I'm actually a member of Youth Parliament. Full-time, I have a real job because Youth Parliament don't actually pay me. So I'm actually a Chief Strategist at NASA Group, Chief Strategy Officer. So that's what I do every day. We have to, when you talk about strategy, people think it's all about talking, even in an organization. But actually, we develop, and then we formulate strategies, and then we develop, we communicate down the strategies, we execute the strategy, and we sustain all the strategies that we have implemented and developed much earlier. So it comes back to what I do every day. So why I say yes, that we are actually, most of the youth nowadays are actually all about talk, because I think, based on the majority, I don't really like to generalize actually, it's I highly generalize, but let's look into the majority. So majorities actually are not into volunteering, are not into volunteerism. So why? We have to find out why. So probably most of them are actually comfortable with just making ends meet. GST lah, semua mahal, harga barang naik, everything. So probably the youth are actually focusing more on trying to survive, trying to meet ends meet. And also, you can see majority of the youth nowadays are very much passive. They would rather complete something on the internet and not going out there doing something. But yet again, I don't want to generalize because there are some exceptional youth out there, and some of them are also here with me. So, but again, let's look at the push and pull factors of what actually make people volunteer or not volunteer. So, these are the push factors, the main reasons that I think youth are not volunteering nowadays. They say they have no time, too busy, malasan, aku ada kerja lain, lipat kawan ni best. They believe that they don't measure up to other volunteers, They don't feel appreciated. I don't blame them. Sometimes when you're trying to volunteer in some political parties, they make you susun kerusi, susun meja. Which party? And then some of them think that volunteering is not sexy, it's not happening. So apa hal volunteer for you? I said we just chill, go zoo, whatever, I don't know. Is that what people do nowadays? How is that? So that is not happening anymore, volunteerism. And maybe they just feel it's too difficult to get involved. Maybe we don't provide enough avenues for people to volunteer in here. And maybe they were just not asked to volunteer. Nobody's asking for their time to volunteer. I'm here today because I asked me, if not, I wouldn't be here to volunteer. So basically, these are the push factors that I was thinking about. The pull factors are on the next slide. So why do people actually volunteer? Why do I volunteer? So I would like to share as well my experience in some of my volunteering work that I've done. So why I actually do it? I do it because I want to make a difference in other people's lives. I know some of my friends there already but I really mean it. And it builds character. It really does. It helps in your career as well. It builds character, you learn about people, you interact more with people, you go down and you see what's the real problem. You support an organization, community of course. You want to learn something new, you want to develop personally or even professionally, and you want to feel good, feel better about themselves and also to the people that I mentioned earlier. You see, I was very much into my career. I started off as an entrepreneur and then I ended up in the corporate world now. You know, it takes up a lot of time, but I contested for the Malaysian Youth Parliament Belia. I was already 30 years old at the time, so that was the maximum age for youth. So I was telling myself, okay, look, why am I doing this? I'm already 30, I got a full-time job. It's really taking a lot of my time. And I have to go meetings and all that. I did it because I was mixing most of the time with people like almost double my age, twice my age, and like 10, 50 years older. I think I actually lost touch with my generation. Yeah. Because dealing with a company with 4,000 of the staff, hitting the strategy, I think I had to go down, meet my colleagues, my workmates and all that, and I didn't have time. It comes to a stage that I thought that I wasn't enjoying what I do because I'm not interacting enough with people. I think I'm not happening anymore, you know, not sexy anymore. But now look, I think I'm back to normal, being sexy again. And happening thanks to Youth Parliament. So those of you who are still under 30, I mean, register, give it a try. I mean, it's not really politics, you know. It's like getting to know people. It's about formulating policies. It's about engaging the authorities, engaging people within your group age limit. You know, you will know what they want. You want to know what they want, and you imagine the satisfaction that you'll get by connecting them to the government, connecting them to the people who are in power. Like my friend back here, he was talking about ganja in Parliament. So I don't know, because maybe he went and see certain groups of youth. I didn't go with him. so maybe that, I mean, in the end, you actually, you imagine that even though you're just a youth parliamentarian, you are able to voice out your opinion, you are able to pass down the message to the right people who can make the change. Whether they make the change or not, this is a different question. So, let's move to the next slide, please. So again, I will personally encourage everybody to volunteer if you have the time. You know, volunteer not only because you want to show up or you want to fill up your time, but it's because of all the other things that the personal satisfaction. You will get it once you do it. I mean, it's very hard for me to explain the satisfaction that you'll get, but you have all types of volunteering activities which are available. You know, you can go on traditional volunteering. You know, I'm also doing my PhD in strategic management now, so I get pretty academic when it comes to presentation. So I listed down a few of the types of volunteering activities which are there, like the traditional type, the internship, gap year, you know, go fly somewhere, go to Vietnam, whatever, do an internship there, teach English or something. You know, voluntourism, there's a new word as well. Online volunteering, bukan maki-maki orang on Facebook and Twitter, that's not online volunteering. And also micro volunteering. I mean, go back, I don't have much time, got 2 more minutes, so you can go back and Google up these terms and find out more about volunteerism. Next, please. So, you know, I researched on who I'll be speaking today, so I put some of the pictures of Said Asmi there as well, just to show some exemplary youth leaders. I mean, if they can do it, why can't we do it? Like that guy, he went to Greece just to feed the homeless. Feed the, feed the refugees. I was the one who fed the homeless. Sorry, that's wrong. So, and then we have some other youth leaders. We have one organization of national empowerment. So they invited me, which is good. So they won the DG Wow Award recently. Am I right? And then we have some political leaders who started off as volunteers or started off as, child. But they are actually leaders, I'm sure they did something of, when they first started, it was free of charge, right? So they started off as a volunteer as well. So these are the people who have made it. And I'm sure if they can do it, we can do it too. So we should go out there and try and volunteer. And it is actually pretty embarrassing going out there seeing those youth leaders in America and Australia, and we tend to see the numbers of our volunteers is very low. Now even YBKJ has a very difficult time getting volunteers for the SEA Games. So if you all have time, try to volunteer for SEA Games. I'm out of time? Yeah, I think on the next slide. So it is not impossible for you to make a difference. You can go to all these volunteering sites. I'm not going to put any political parties, they also be NYPD and all that. So you can also choose, pick a cause and start volunteering. So once again, thank you very much. And,
okay, thank you, Isam. Very enlightening sharing of experience there. And moving on, so the next speaker that we have is a duo. Okay, he has vast experience in doing a lot of community projects, and I will let him speak for himself. His reputation precedes him. And without further ado, can we please invite to the floor Mr. Syed.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be here today. This is the first time I feel a bit nervous. Maybe I feel sad. I'm actually in a very emotional meltdown with things. Okay. My name is Sarasmi. For those who doesn't know me, take on inside. I'm 39 years old this year. And I'm not youth. Nothing got to do with youth. So I'm 39 years old this year. And I'm very blessed to live as far as I can. I'm an illness. I'm glad that I managed to live as long as I am today. Okay. NATO is something that I never thought about the youth or anyone, because I never think about my age until this year when somebody said you're 39. It's like, yeah. What I can share with you today is I see people. Okay? I don't look at age group, race, color, gender, beliefs, sexual orientation, you name it. If you want to check all of it, there's 52 parameters of social progress index that I look into every day in my bathroom, just to make sure that I don't see all these differences in people, because everybody aims to do goodness. Okay? With that in mind, I love everyone. With that in mind, I love every age group. With that in mind, I know that whatever that I plan to do in my daily dwellings is for the benefit of the people. I made a plea with God that I have 24 hours to do for the people and 1 hour for myself. That is the deal that I made. With that, if I do goodness, He gave me health. If I don't do any goodness, then I'll stay in bed because I'm not going to be well. That was the only game that I played. And that's the only mantra that I keep on saying to myself every single day. I'm a pharmacist. I work in Muar Johor, which is about 2-3 hours drive from here. I'm here today gladly because tomorrow I have to fly home to Jakarta and for a talk, humanitarian talk on refugees in Aceh, which I helped last year. So whether I agree or not on the topic, yeah, that's the name. Whether I agree or not on the topic the answer is no, I don't agree. They are not no action talk only. That's the thing, right? Yeah. Because every one of them, when they are out there, either on social media, the youth is actually more on Instagram and on Twitter compared to on Facebook. Right? So when they are out there in that medium, it shows that they have a belief. It shows that they have a principle. It's either they agree or they disagree with what you have to say or what you do. And that what makes it special. We know that for me, I use only Facebook. I tried using Instagram. I capture bad photos. I tried using Twitter. Not enough characters. So in the end, Facebook it is. And where was I? So what I wanted to say is, it brings colors in the society. When you or anyone, even the 60-plus-year-old on social media, say something. As we all know, on Facebook, there's only a limitation of 5,000 friends, and you can have however numbers of followers after that. Out of my 5,000 Facebook friends, 2,000 are my haters. Like, really hate me. Like, they hate what I wear, they hate where I go, they hate the time I ride my horse. Just right there, you know, what are you not doing? You should be praying, blah, 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 blah. You know? So, but I will respect them because I don't see all these differences. I see them as they care so much that they just have to write to me every single detail that I do. You know, and I found it amazing. But I just wanted to know, what are you so unhappy about? You should not be doing this, you should be doing this. Okay, so you wanted me to do something on that, let's do it together. That's the action. That person moved me to do something. Everybody has something that they want to change about somebody. Because they believe that way is the best way. Now, hearing all that, let me bring you to a new concept that I wanted to learn so much this year, 2016. My aim for 2016 is actually to say to rural area, if I can say that it's a rural area, that your life there is way better than my life here in the city. My parents and I, we lived in Tamantun, so everybody thought that was like elitist, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So whenever I go someplace and say, you can talk loud because you live in a big city. So my aim today, wherever I go now, I'm telling them that your place right now is far better than where I'm staying now. It's very difficult, but we just did 2 projects on that, and it works. People should appreciate their surroundings. People should grow within their surroundings. I'll give you one example. A long time ago, they used to say that olive oil is the best for salads, it's the best for human body. This year, there's a new thing saying that palm oil is also equally good for Malaysians. The scientist actually says that it depends on the local community setting. If you started with olive oil from baby until adulthood, so that is the best because that conforms with your body. And same goes with us. We take palm oil from day 1 until now, so it's good for us. So with that in mind, I believe that local community setting is the best for what it is. But if you were to do something good about it, you change or you give options to make it better. But you're not there to change people. For instance, whenever I do childcare and people go to childcare and they say, pity them, they're so poor. Pity them because they're so poor. Number 1, pity. First of all, they don't have any debts compared to us. So pity who? Number 2 is you say poor. Are you comparing with yourself? Are you comparing with yourself? Or having more? Having more what? Debt. Or having more what? Materialism. So this is the part that people don't understand. They are a community. It's the same community as the children under the stars of Bajau Laut. They are just like that, but they're happy. Nobody changed them there because you're not living there. You change the one here because you see them every day. So is that right? Is that right for you to change? So because of that, volunteerism now is something that you want to do, that you feel like doing, and it's actually volunteering. Nobody forced you to susun major at any parties anyway. Love you. But that's my point. Because it's voluntary. Whenever people talk to me and say, I would like to join you, and I say, join me for what? What do you believe in? Let's do it together. What you believe in. So I don't have a club. I don't. I'm an NGI, non-government individual. I work alone. But if I have one project that I like, I'll open it up for the public. If you like, join me and let's do it. That, Andrew, correct?
Yes.
Yes. If you don't like it, leave. Until I find another one, you like to join me again. Because nobody's forcing you to do anything but yourself. When you do that, you keep the best that you can. Whether you actually just say more, be a keyboard warrior, find silence me all the time, it doesn't matter to me because that shows there's room for improvement. That shows there's a room for opportunities, and that shows I'm only human to make myself better. And that's what makes Malaysia great. We are the land of opportunities. You can try out so many bizarre things that you like until you use somebody's money and then he say cannot and then you cannot do anything. That's true. That's given. So that's what I like to do on my own terms, with my own family, with my own money. But when I say that, you think it's a 4-digit. No, it can be only 20 ringgit. It can be only 200 ringgit, and it can work. It makes you happy. It makes you open up a different dimension. The last talk I did, I was talking about you used to play basketball as a kid. You used to play piano. What happened to it now? That's it. So, with that in mind, we've got 2 more minutes. So, I'm sad actually, let me just share that because I think I appreciate that. I'm very sad actually because the latest that I'm doing is about human trafficking. It's deep, it's very hard because 3 years ago I saved a boy from human trafficking. And I met him 3 days ago. So it's a bit hard to accept, to know that the reason why he wants to meet up is for the parents just to say thank you. And I don't know how to, his question is, who should I say thank you for? Who should I say thank you to? I don't know how to answer that. I'm glad that your son is back with you. So, what we do, he said it right, all the facts just now, why do we volunteer? That's correct. But I believe you should open up the reasons to yourself and not just follow the old school methods of why we do this, why we do that. We create our own world, we create our own pace, and we create our own party. Oops, without social media. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Assalamualaikum. Thanks for having me. I'm going to need a little help from everyone here today, especially you, Mark, because you picked my first chair. Can you please read this one out?
Oh, I have Fitzgerald. So, yeah. Okay, so you want me to read that? Okay. Youth is a dream, a form of chemical madness. Oh, okay. Interesting. Tales from the Jazz Age. F. Scott Fitzgerald.
That's what we are. Yeah. Youth. Gila. Tak boleh ikut diam. That's why when you give me the theme, you give me the topic, NATO, are we NATO? It can be yes, it can be no. Sometimes kita define activism or kita define action kita itu through words. Dan ada orang yang menulis, ada orang yang menjerit, ada orang yang suka bercakap, atau orang suka posting, blogging or something. Yeah. Sometimes we look at them as, oh, you are NATO, no action, talk only. Of course, that's what they do. Yeah. I'm going to pick the second one, but that's what we are. We always have what we call it, tak puas hati. We always want to say out loud. We always want to say something out loud because we are not happy with the world. Why? Okay. Why? Salvador Dali. Okay, not yet. Nietzsche said the surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. So sometimes we think differently and people don't agree with us. Hence, whatever we do, people don't like. People don't want to accept what we do. So that's why we are stuck. At the end, we say something. We always come up with a lot of ideas. But at the end, people say, no, you can't do it. Take for example, I remember they asked me last time, used to have this, I want to touch your dogs. Remember that. So, say inside asked me, decided not to held it on the ground. Biarlah dalam Facebook saya cukup lah. Enough with Facebook, enough to post it on Twitter or Facebook without actually doing it. Maybe he will not be as controversial as he used to be. How about, what do you have there? Hoover. Okay, we can move Hoover. But why then? Why are we stuck within this kind of dogma? Kenapa kita stuck dalam benda ni? Ada problem. Sebab dunia ni bukan milik kita. Don't worry, it's not seditious. Dunia sebab kita kadang-kadang stuck dalam satu sistem yang dirangka oleh orang yang living in the present without thinking about the future. Sometimes, say they started young, but they plan the world to be suitable for them, but may not be suitable for us. So that's why, in answering this kind of question, Hoover, the 31st US President, he said, can you read this for me?
Older men declare war, but it is youth that must fight and die. Herbert Hoover.
You see, that's what we are sometimes. Saya rasa adalah, aku kenal ramai juga kawan-kawan daripada political party dan sebagainya. At the end, you tak boleh nak buat apa-apa. You stuck. You diberitahu untuk melakukan ini, melakukan itu, dan you jadi mangsa. Sometimes older people, they start a war and then we are stuck. But, do we have any solution to this? I'm not going to go on with problems. We need solutions, and to have solution, we have to understand our problem, and we have to understand who we are. Forget Kowski, it's useless. Sorry. Tan Malaka. A bit seditious, but who wants to read this? Alright, thank you.
Idealism adalah kemewahan terakhir yang dimiliki oleh pemuda. Tan Malaka.
Idealisme adalah kemewahan terakhir yang hanya dimiliki oleh pemuda. Now, this is who we are. Orang cakap kita NATO. Of course, because we have a lot of ideas, but we do not have the ability to do it. Because we do not have the resources, we do not have the time, we do not have anything to start with sometimes. Therefore, I believe that this kind of school, and sekolah BN, at least you have somewhere to start. At least you have somewhere to start, isn't it? Now, I do believe that I have something else, but I couldn't find Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson, where are you? Lost in a concert somewhere. But it's okay. But Confucius said this: a youth is to regard with respect. How do we know that his future will not be equal to our present? Like I said earlier. Like I said, the older people, I'm not bukan musuh lah dengan orang tua, but it's where we are. It's one of the problems that we have. I believe everyone of us yang banyak kerja dekat ground akan fikir macam ni. So, itu tolak tepi. Saya teringat Ahmad Maslan. 2010, I used to be moderating a forum with him. And he said he gave me a very good advice. One of the students happened to be there and asked him about Alku. So Ahmad Maslan answered, Alku is just a piece of paper. If you want to do it, just do it. Nothing will stop you from doing so. So blame Ahmad Maslan for what I've become. But that's how it is, okay? So don't stop. Jangan bahasa problem. So memang saya daripada tadi saya cakap, orang tua tak baca, kita buat itu tak baca, buat ini dunia ni, sistem ni direka untuk orang tua, tak faham orang muda keperluan. But actually you can always do something about it. It's our choice. That's why kalau talk about dua kali. So NATO ni hanyalah sikit je masalah. You know what is more problematic than NATO? There's one thing more problematic than NATO. OIC. There's a war coming. OIC. Not going to do anything about it. At least if you are NATO, you cakap, and then okay lah, maybe someone will pick up your idea and do something about it. But yeah, okay, let's talk about me. Okay, I don't know if I am a NATO because every day I do what I do every day is talking. Maybe I could be a NATO as well. But kalau you nak ikut because everyone talk about the activism, so I feel that it's fair enough for me. Okay, Kalau pengalaman saya buat dapur jalanan dengan kawan-kawan ada kat belakang. Kita buat dapur jalanan for 3 years now. We've been feeding the homeless in Jalan Panggung, near Tanik Street, because we believe that if we do not start with something, we will be stuck here. Of course, we have received a lot of criticism. Some people just go and see us and say, you are encouraging people to be homeless. They are encouraging people to be lazy. You feed them with food. Why don't you give them some fishing rod? Kalau orang philosopher lah, fishing rod. What are you doing? Dia tak buat apa-apa. And then we also have Club Bangsa where we have something like this, tapi low budget. Kita buat philosophy classes, kita buat tuition percuma dan sebagainya. But all these activities, and then of course, we have a lot of other secret society groups juga lah, otherwise it's ambitious and all. But you can start with a lot of activities. I believe that masyarakat hari ini, especially masyarakat muda, saya tak setuju bila Izam cakap tadi activism, volunteerism ni tak seksi. No. It is sexy. Some of the things that it's not sexy, they are not sexy. Kalau orang yang involved dengan aktivisme dan sebagainya, dia akan faham bahawa aktivisme sangat seksi. So you get involved, pick your own fight, pick your cause, and then pergi je. Dapur jalanan ada setiap lihat dekat Jalan Panggung, 5 o'clock kita akan ada, biasalah budak-budak tak ada disiplin, 5:30 baru sampai. And then we also have class falsafah and class politik and all this kind of, because we want people at least to get inspired. Memang we cannot change the world. At the end we have to admit that we may not be able to change the world, but at least we can contribute this our little contribution to the society, and I hope everyone else here boleh juga contribute satu kepada masyarakat. Thank you BN School. National School. National School. Okay, thank you National School and thanks everyone.
There's a disclaimer lah, we're not partisan to exercise. We're not sekolah IM ke sekolah PAS ke anything. We're just nation builders. Plus we are not even good in politics. Okay, moving on. So thank you Adam for a fantastic session, and anyone who stole Marilyn, please give it back to him. Okay. So the next speaker and the last one we have for today is a very interesting character, someone who's also very charismatic, and he will tell you a little bit more about himself. I don't want to spoil the party for you all. So without further ado, please put your hands together for Mr.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to everyone here today. Assalamualaikum guys. Okay, I feel very small and very humble after listening to all these 3 great speakers that we have today. So let's all of us give them a round of applause. Interesting things to share, great stories. And also I would like to thank you and thank all the organizers for organizing this great event. I think also let's all give them a round of applause. A little bit about myself, but before that I will start my speeches with a quote, and I start with this: watch your words as they become your actions, watch your actions as they become your character, watch your character as they become your habits. My name is Rizmal Nazrin. I'm a youth parliament as my big brother here, Izam, and many of them here as well that is present here today. Thank you guys for coming and supporting us, and a lot of familiar faces that are here today as well. My full-time job, well, I work as a special officer to the Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. Obviously a youth activist. I'm involved with Malaysian Youth Council as well, Participate Malaysia. So I am here today representing a lot of platforms. But I'm also like a lot of you guys, young person, young. I probably look a little older than a lot of these guys, but I'm actually the youngest amongst all of them. 25, turning 26. by end of this year. Apa dia? Kahwin, yes, I'm still single, available, I guess. Bukan nak promote di sini lah. I guess that's a new phase in life that I have to go through as well. But to the topic, I think it's a very interesting topic. When Zaim called me and the organizers called me and said, no action, talk only. I have to say that I disagree with the topic today. I think a lot of young Malaysians are here, especially today, as we can see, many Malaysians of all colors, races, Malay, Chinese and Indian here today to come here to listen to us, to spare some of their busy schedule to be here today. So give yourself a round of applause as well. I think it's a great way to basically share your views, share your opinions, and be part of such a great event tonight. So a bit of my experience. I started getting involved in youth activities and programs in the States. I was involved heavily in many different political campaigns and youth programs that worked for the first Muslim congressman in the US, Congressman Keith Ellison. In 2012, I had a great opportunity to actually work for the re-election campaign for President Obama in Iowa. So I had a great chance to travel and meet people all over the US. I traveled about 27 states. So I had a vast experience of meeting all kinds of people from all over the world. So when I came back, like my friend here, Zaim Muzani, we got into the program Fellow Perdagangan, initiated by our charismatic young great leader, Wadi Khairy Jamaluddin. For almost 6 months, right? I think, yeah, 6 months. So I got appointed to be at the Home Minister at the time. My boss was the Home Minister at the time, so it was a very interesting experience for me, getting into a new environment. I'm actually the youngest special officer in the office, or the whole ministry actually, until today. I'm the next youngest person to me is like 11 years older than I am. So it's a very challenging working environment. But what I'm saying is that regardless of your age and your experiences, I think if you really want to do something, if you really want to make a change, if you want to really make an impact in whatever aspect of your life, regardless of politics, youth, in your personal life as well, I think you can actually do it. You put yourself in determination mode, you're actually captivated by a lot of the inspirational figures that you have in the country. So I look up to all these people and I got involved with the campaigns and UMNO and all that. So I got nothing to share. I got nothing to be embarrassed about being what I'm doing right now, because we obviously, partly being in the government, you get criticized a lot every single day. Before I got into the government, probably some of you guys, I'm similar to some of you guys. Very critical to the government. Some of us may complain about things. But so I said I want to be part of the government and I want to make a change. So then I got appointed as special officer. Now I've been the special officer for the past 3 years. So it's been a great learning experience, meeting all kinds of people and going all over the country, sharing my views and my opinions and all that. I guess my experience is very different from all of them because I think through traveling, I guess you guys travel a lot as well, but politically and meeting all people, it's not easy. But also at the same time, I think when we talk about the topic, I think a lot of the youth parliamentarians are here today. I think why I disagree with the topic is because we're given the right platform, like the fellow programs, the youth parliamentarian programs, MPN, Malaysian Majlis Perundingan Belia Negara. If you guys some of you guys don't even know about it. We're given the opportunity to actually go out and do something and make a difference. Like myself and a lot of the youth parliamentarians here, they do programs, right, Izham? And Azwan is here as well, Ridwan, and a lot of you guys are here. They do a lot of programs, they go down to the grassroots. And these people are actually the next young leaders with Syed Azmi and Adam Adli as well. I think it's all about, for me, it's all about going down, meeting people. Today, that's why I'm honored to be here today, because I'm actually looking forward to get to know all of you guys, because I bet you guys have a lot of different experiences and views and all that. But most importantly, I think on the government side, I would like to basically emphasize that a lot of platforms are being given to all of you guys to be part of whatever you guys want to be part of. I mean, a lot of the youth parliamentarians could be from the UMNO side or could be on the opposition side. But we're given the right equal balance opportunity to actually express ourselves and tell our views and share our views and bring it up to the government. And I think that's a great platform that the government has given us. So the point that I'm trying to say here is, I think I would be a great example of saying that with all the platforms that have been given, I actually want to go down. I want to get to know each and every one of my youth constituencies in my Kawasan. I want to go out, make a difference to people, talk to people, share my views, and most importantly, try my best to do programs and activities that can actually implement policies and programs that can actually make a change to the country. It's a big ambition. A lot of people say, wow, you're very ambitious, man. But I think I can't be doing this by myself. You see? It's a very tough, challenging environment working in politics and youth. And sometimes you feel like you want to give up. You feel like there's a lot of things to do. And I gotta tell you guys, 24 hours a day is not enough for me. I think for Isam and for you guys as well. It's not enough. There's always something to do. There's always something to do. All I want to say is, you guys, each and every one of you guys here, have your own dreams, have your own beliefs. Whatever your beliefs, I'm not here to impose my beliefs to all of you. You guys have your own dreams, your own ambitions. Most importantly, believe in yourself. I always tell this wherever I go. Since I was in the US until I got back, always believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. And never allow anybody else to say to you that you cannot do something. That to me doesn't work. And I have this quote that I think a lot of you guys should actually keep it to yourself. That's a quote that I think would resonate to everybody. If you never ever give up, you will never ever fail in anything in life. There's no limits. The sky could be the limit, but I believe that there's no limit to anything. So you got to go out, make a change, make a difference. So no action, talk only? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of talk, but there's also a lot of actions. Each and every of you guys, a lot of these people have taken their talks and make it into actions. They have made their talks into action by organizing this. You guys are here today because you guys have taken the action. You guys have expressed yourself in social media. I bet all of you guys have things to say. But you guys are here today. And I'm really proud and honored to be here. But before I end this wall, I will just end with a quote. To accomplish great things in life, you must not only plan, but also believe, not only dream, but also act. With that, it's nice to be here. Thank you so much, and have a great day.